Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Um, as some of you know, one of the things that I do in my life is I do trauma therapy. I've been doing this for over 13 years now, and I've actually worked with many Chayalim, particularly from Sukeitan, over the years. And basically, I really want to do this video in order to help all the Chayalim who need help right now, and in particular, those who might be struggling with feelings of fear that might be coming up. And that's a very, very normal, common fear that might be coming up. For those of you who've been sitting around waiting to go in for a while, maybe in the beginning you were feeling really gung-ho and rah-rah, we're going to kill our enemy, we're going to kill Hamas, we're going to kill all, jihad and all these people and all these different enemies that we have. But, that sort of feeling kind of sometimes goes down as you're playing the waiting game and just sitting around. And I know that, amyisrael is trying to do things to help keep you occupied. But I thought one thing that we can do is to help you to get in touch with your different feelings that might be coming up. And one feeling in particular that I'd like to help you work with is the feeling of fear. Now, the reason why I particularly want you to work on the feeling of fear is because fear has the potential to slow you down, to numb you up, and to get in the way of you being able to be the best soldier that you could be, to protect yourself, to protect your fellow soldiers, to protect all of us. And obviously, we all have a real interest in helping you get through this as best as we can. And so today I just want to teach you a few tips and tools to help you to calm your nervous system down, to help you to stay focused, and to help you to get through this as best as you can. So before we get to the fear, what I want to do is I want to help you to build what's called the healing vortex, to really get you nice and grounded and supported, get your body feeling nice and supported. And when you get grounded and build up what's called the healing vortex, this then helps you to really be able to release the negative feelings inside of your body, right? Because that's the aim of the game here, is to release negative feelings. And then in place of the negative feelings, we want to put in some positive feelings which we'll deal with at the very end. So first things first, I want to get you nice and grounded. If you're able to sit in a chair, by some chance you have a chair wherever the heck you are, great. If not, and I imagine many of you or most of you do not, feel free to sit on the ground, hopefully with something supporting your back, like a wall, if not a wall, even a fence or a tree. So sit, feel nice and grounded, feel the support of the ground, feel the support of whatever it is that's behind your back. And allow yourself to sort of sink into that feeling, kind of relax into it as best as you can. And allow yourself to just notice your breath. And what we want to do is we want to take some nice deep breaths right now. I'm going to try to take 2 breaths in and 3 breaths out, holding the second breath at the top. And you could do it with me right now on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. We go for 2 breaths in. 1, 2. Hold it at the top and release it. 1, 2, 3. Let's try this again. In for 2. 1, 2. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. And in for 2. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so just allow your breath to be moving naturally. Hopefully it's going a little bit deeper now. We want our breath to be nice and deep as much as possible. We get a lot of oxygen into our bodies, because the more oxygen we have in our bodies, the better our brain works. We need our brain working really well. The next thing we want to do is we want to stretch out our neck as best as we can, side to side, right? You want to get the ventral vagal nervous system activated. So just allow yourself to stretch your neck. You can even go like side to side like this. Do a few on one side, and then move on over. Do a few on the other side. Or notice your breath. And allow a bit of a release. And we can do ear to shoulder, like so, or shoulder to ear rather. You could also do ear to shoulder. I think we just did that before. We're doing shoulder to ear now. And we could do from one side to the other. If you're in a room, you could do this wall to wall. If you're out in the field, just go side to side. Okay. And the next thing you want to do is you want to build that happy place inside of you. So you want to think of some positive thing that's positive and relevant right now. I don't want you to think about the people back home. I want you to think about something that's positive and relevant to you right now. So what I want you to do is just kind of build a happy space for you. Maybe notice a fellow soldier who's nearby you, who gives you a feeling of strength. If not, notice a beautiful thing out in nature. And just notice that beautiful thing and see if you can ground that inside of your body right now. And I want you to just focus on it, just look around, take some time looking around, try to notice something that kind of gets your attention in a positive way. Bring it inside of your body and just breathe into it. Another thing you do is if you're a musical person, you could just imagine a piece of music in your head or hum it to yourself. I won't because I'm going to spare you. But if you could think of a nice, beautiful piece of music that really brings you a lot of joy and happiness, use that. And just as you're doing that, just try to notice where you feel this nice, calm, open thing, open space inside of you, right? We're building that healing vortex, building our happy place inside of our bodies. And notice your breath. And notice that nice feeling of openness inside of you. Okay. Just take a few moments to do this. What you want to try to go for is you want to try to find 3 spots inside of you. 3 spots that are opening inside of you, that are kind of more positive than negative. I'll even go for neutral at this point because I know it's challenging times. Okay. And once you find those 3 spots, don't move on before you do, because we really need to get you nice and grounded. It's only going to work if your body really feels nice and supported. We're going to move on to working on the fear. No, what I want you to do is I want you to notice where you notice when you think about fear, when you have a specific fear. I'm not going to give you any ideas. I know you guys are creative enough and you have enough ideas of your own. And I want it to be as specific to you as possible. So I want you just to acknowledge, just take a moment and acknowledge whatever it is, whatever fear you have about going in, for yourself, for other people around you, whatever it might be. Just notice what that fear is. And as you take that moment to notice what that fear is, notice how it shows up and manifests in your body. Okay? You might feel some sort of tension, like a squeezing or a throbbing or a icky feeling in your stomach or a tension in your chest or even a headache, right? Or particularly your neck, your shoulders, all those places where we tend to hold our tension, right? Notice one spot. We're going to do one spot at a time. Just choose one spot where you might be holding that feeling of fear inside of you. And as you're noticing that feeling of fear, I want you to do what's called butterfly tapping. So just notice that feeling of fear and tap along with me. And notice your breath as you do it. Just allow your breath to come. You might feel the urge to cry or to yawn. You might notice that your body is sweating. You might notice a change in body temperature. You might notice your stomach gurgling. You might even be noticing the urge to shake, right? Any of these different feelings that you might have are all different ways that we release tension. So we want to invite all of these feelings so we can release them. And so just notice your breath and allow yourself to just release whatever comes up. Okay. Notice how your body is feeling a little bit different to how it felt before. All right. And once again, I want to invite you to think of see what else comes up. See if that same feeling of fear comes up. See if a different type of fear comes up. And notice where you're feeling it now instead. You might feel in a few different places. but just allow yourself to choose one place. We're going to do one place at a time. So just notice that feeling. See if there's a color, a shape, a texture. See if there's any sort of meaning or image, a memory connected with that feeling of fear. And as you're doing that, just allow yourself to do the butterfly tapping simultaneously, and allow yourself to notice what your body is doing in order to release that feeling of tension, release that feeling of fear inside of you. Okay, and let's do that all together right now. You can close your eyes if you like. It's going to help you get a little bit more into your body. Oh, notice a yawn or a breath. And now, once again, notice what's happening. Notice my voice deepening a little bit, because I'm starting to feel a little bit more calm just doing this. I'm hoping it's working for you as well. Okay, let's do this one or two more times. And as we do it, just allow yourself to notice some feelings being released from your body. Okay, and here we go again. And what are you noticing now? You're noticing your body feeling a little bit more tired as it's releasing all this tension from your body. Don't worry about that, because in just a moment, we're going to get yourself nice and energized. So just allow your body to feel nice and calm and relaxed. And if you want, you could do this a few more times. You could just rewind the video and do it all over again. And if you're ready, what we could do is we could move on to helping to deal with what comes after the fear, what we want to come after the fear. And what we want is we want to build in a feeling of positivity, of hopefulness, of strength. We want to build in that feeling of... So notice that feeling of invincibility. Notice where you feel that real sense of strength inside of you. Basically, notice where you feel the opposite of all the sad, negative feelings that you felt a moment ago when you're focusing on the feeling of fear. And notice how you would like to feel. Imagine feeling like the strongest, best version of yourself that there is. This version that can conquer anything. And just notice where you feel that feeling inside of you. Just take a moment. Just fantasize about being the best version of yourself, the strongest version, this version that can really conquer all of our enemies, whatever comes your way. And just feel that feeling inside of you. Okay, and as you're noticing that feeling, just ground it in and try to find another few places inside of you. And if you're still feeling some feelings of fear inside of you, just notice the fear and notice where you also feel that strength. And you could even go back and forth, pendulate back and forth between those two feelings until the feelings of fear dissipate and subside. What you want to do right now is you want to really build those feelings of power, of strength, of ability, right? And just notice where you feel that inside of you. And you can go back and forth once again if the feelings of fear still come up. Rewind the video if the feelings of fear are still there, and just start over. And try to do this, a few times, just as you need it. Okay? I hope that you found this video helpful for you at conquering your feelings of fear. And if you liked it, I hope you'll share it with some of your other soldiers, and hopefully it'll help you during this time of war. Of course, I'm doing this in English right now, as this is my mother tongue, but I do hope to do it in Hebrew as well. So stay tuned, and hopefully I'll get around to doing it in Hebrew as well. Wishing you a Shabbat Shalom if you see this before Shabbat. If you're seeing this after Shabbat, wishing you a Shavua Tov, and maybe all get through this really well. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.